Good Monday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. Hi, I'm Joey McWilliams. I am glad that you are along for the ride tonight. It is a special week. You might see down there at the bottom of the screen right there. It is Rodeo Week here on BCP Live, and this is a presentation of the Bryan County Patriot. And, you know, one of the cool things, by the way, about what we're doing tonight, of course, Rodeo Week, because the Durant Riding Club Pro Rodeo is in town this week, Friday and Saturday. I know we're going to try to talk about that all week long. And so we have some special guests. One of them tonight is a return guest. We don't have too many of those, at least not to this point. I know we'll have a few more as we go on. So, I mean, you know, there's the Don Hyde. But other than that, listen, we are extremely excited now to have Wes Huggins on the broadcast again. Man, Wes, thanks for coming back.
Hey, thanks for having me back. I'm so tickled to be here. So tickled.
Well, it was a blast to get to visit with you last time, and I know we were getting to talk to you in your office, and you are officing in Midland, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's where you're from.
That's where we're from. We spend a lot of time. Actually, we've had to spend a lot more time than we like lately, but we are so blessed that officially this morning at 7:30 we were able to start our 2020 rodeo run, which has been the best feeling that we've had all year long already. So it's great to be on the road now.
That is so fantastic. I am so excited for you. I'm excited for all of us, but specifically for you. And, you know, this is your job. This is your gig. Man. And
Right.
we want, and we've talked about this so many times on BCP Live, we want our local businesses to thrive. And you know what? Right now, you're a local business. So we want you to thrive. As a matter of fact, you're not officing in Midland today. Hey, you are located somewhere else. Where are you right now?
Well, this beautiful location that I'm at is actually, if I look to my left, I can see the Choctaw Casino and Resorts, and I am at the Choctaw Casino and Resorts KOA, and we are here for the rodeo already.
That is so cool. That is so cool. So you are actually here in Bryan County for a Bryan County broadcast. Go figure.
Yes.
That is all right. Well, hey, listen, shout out to some folks watching tonight. Butch, thanks for coming on tonight. Dottie is here and on time. Always a pleasure, Dottie. And Brian, glad you're here. LaRonda, Eric, appreciate you guys being here. Mike, thanks for joining tonight. Some other folks. Teresa is in the house as well tonight, so that is really cool. Listen, Wes, let's get right into it really quickly. Okay. Of course, the rodeo is coming up Friday and Saturday. I have tickets.
Awesome.
So I'm planning on being there, and the folks here, the McWilliams household is going to go. We're still up in the air on which night. I think I know. Obviously, that night there will not be a BCP Live because, man, we're going to hang out and we're gonna watch the rodeo action all night and listen to the announcer. But it's you know, you're here on Monday.
Yes, sir, I am.
So you know, talk us through a week. I broadcast sports, and granted, I get there early sometimes to call a basketball game. By the way, that's your drinking game phrase right there. I broadcast sports.
There you go.
But I get to basketball games and football games early sometimes, never 4 days in advance.
Well, that's here's the whole deal, though. We don't want the other rodeos to know that we're here this early for the Durant Pro Rodeo, okay? We don't want this catching on everywhere, okay?
Okay, all right.
Here's the deal, though. When we talked to Susan and Eric, I guess it was a month ago, we talked about them that we had a few rodeos cancel, and what a better opportunity to spend that off time by coming to Durant early and helping out with some of the rodeo duties. Some of those things are going to be, I'll be on the radio stations this week. We're going to go talk to some TV crews. And my whole week is actually full of promotion for the rodeo. And what I like about the Durant Pro Rodeo is these guys know that they have an award-winning show. So why not tell Durant as much as we can, come on out. It's time to get wild again. So that's why we're here.
Well, that is really cool. And we're glad that you're here on BCP Live, too. That's a very special thing. It's Rodeo Week, just in case you're just now tuning in. And lots of other folks join the broadcast tonight. As a matter of fact, hey, listen, we have tomorrow night's guest is actually joining the broadcast right now. So a shout out to Coach Christy Broderick, who will be on the show tomorrow night, talk a little more local rodeo. And Jolie, Kathy, thank you all for joining, as well as one of our state senators. David, man, good to see your name come up there as well. Chase, glad you're in the house. And Mrs. Patriot is joining the broadcast tonight. So you just, man, it just didn't get much better than that. Here with Wes Huggins, who is an award-winning announcer, UPCA 8-time award-winning announcer. And, man, I mean, you run out of fingers pretty soon.
I do. I'm really blessed to have that. That is I get, every time I think about that, that's an award that's actually voted on by the contestants of the rodeo, the United Professional Rodeo Association. And when you get that award, it just kind of means that you're doing something that even the contestants like. Because you got to understand, an announcer to a crowd full of people, that's an easy job. But when you are announcing and the contestants like you feel like you've really done something, because I mean, you're just a big family. So it really meant a lot when we got those awards. And my thing, I've always told everybody that those awards are not just mine. Those go to my whole family that help us out. I mean, my family's actually sitting on the other side of the screen right now because they're all here working as well. So it's not just announcer of the year. They really ought to give it to family of the year, and it would be a lot better. Of course, you know, if I would lose some weight, they could see my buckle, so I let the kids wear it. So that's the difference.
Well, hey, if that's the case, then what are you doing on the screen? We need to get them on the screen too. So,
they panicked. They already. Never mind. They went in the house.
They went out. All right. Okay. I was just checking. I wanted to give them the opportunity.
Oh no. Oh yeah. No, they are.
I know Mrs. Patriot lets me get on the screen, and she sits on the other side, and it's okay. We're all happier that way, I think. You know, shout out to some more folks really quickly. And one comment, I'm going to put this one up here really quickly. This comment from Senator Bullard: Joey should have to ride a bull. You know what?
Hey.
When they start measuring it in hundredths of a second as to how long you stay on, not just seconds, not tenths of a second, but hundredths of a second, I might get 800ths of a second. Well,
you could do it. You could do it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
They've got one at Walmart that we can put a quarter in and just test you out.
That's the one. That is the one. Jeff Shelburne, glad you're here tonight as well. And Tammy, hi to you. Thanks for joining tonight. We're visiting with Wes Huggins here on BCP Live. It's a fun week. And you know, we're preparing for the Durant Riding Club Pro Rodeo again, June 19th and 20th. It's Friday and Saturday. Wes, every rodeo, I would imagine, is unique in its own sense. Now, I realize, you know, competition is competition. There are so many things that are standard across the board. But what's one of the things that stands out to you about the Durant Rodeo?
Well, the thing that I like the most about Durant is about 3 years ago, the Durant Pro Rodeo decided that their main goal was to put on a production. And when I say that, I mean it is a ticket buying dream, because for 2 hours you're entertained. And a lot of us have been to rodeos that it's just that, it's a rodeo. But when Durant and I kind of got together 3 years ago, it was just a whole different change. We decided that what we wanted to do was have a extremely exciting production. And I can't say that enough because of the emphasis of what it really is. Right now, they're out there at the arena making sure that things are clean, things are straight. They put up new speaker stands so we can add more sound. We've got an instant replay screen from Omega Pro that actually will show every run twice. We've got exceptional sound. We've got exceptional music. And when you talk about entertainment, they've also increased the amount of added money to bring more contestants to Durant. And I know that some people are like, well, that doesn't sound like, you know, what does that have to do for me? Well, as a ticket buyer, you've got to understand that there are so many contestants that want to enter your rodeo that we actually have rough stock. We actually got 3 days of bull riding. On Thursday night, there is so many people entered that we're having a slack-free performance that is nothing but just contestants all day long. Can I throw a number to you real quick? I got to tell you this.
Yes, please do. And I'm glad you said that, because I was going to ask about Thursday and the number of competitors, and if we were going to go into that. So throw numbers there.
So when they got done taking all the entries, there is 673 people coming to Durant between Thursday and Saturday. we had so many bull riders that we could not fit them into the show. So we've actually got bull riding, bronc riding, bareback riding, all going to the Thursday night free performance. And I say performance, it's just a slack. We're going to play a little music. We're going to be just calling out some names and some scores. But if you're a true rodeo fan and you just want to get out of the house for a little bit, they're going to have the concession stand open at the Riding Club Arena. But you get an opportunity to just see raw rodeo without all the smoke and the lights. And then when you come Friday and Saturday, we bring even more entertainment. We've got the sponsor flags, and we've got the Express Clydesdales and Robbie Hodges. I mean, it's entertainment to the max. And I don't know how else you explain the excitement that's coming through Durant. We were talking on the way down here that the bullfighters were talking about it on Facebook, that there's so many people that have contacted Danny Reagan, our stock contractor, and said, how do I get to be part of the team this year? Well, it's too late now. We've already got the A team coming. You know what I mean? I hate saying it, but it's just there's so many people ready to be part of the show. And that says a lot for this community.
That's fantastic. It really is fantastic. We're visiting now with West Huggins here on BCP Live, and hi to Diana, hi to Jamie as well, and Greg Phillips. Man, glad you are stopping by tonight. As it's a big night, it's a big week, and we're really glad to get to have West Huggins on the show. I'll tell you what, some of these guys, Wes, some of these comments here, these folks are. They're not pulling any punches on me at all. Bryan, and I don't know, you're probably not familiar with some of the fractions that we do, and it's a running gag on here about some of the fractions. By the way, this is episode 75. We're on episode 75 of BCP Live, a special guest. Bryan says I could stay on the bull 1/2 of 1/4 of 1/10 of a second. So that's a running gag. You just have to go with that. And thanks a lot, Bryan. And David says, give Joey the bull named Snowflake. I like it. That's. I might be able to ride a bull named Snowflake. We'll maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not even sure about that one too. And the bull's probably mad to be named Snowflake if that was the case. It'd be like a boy named Sue. So anyway, I'm sorry. This has gone completely.
No, this is great. This is great.
This is the fun stuff. This is why you come to this show, West. Is so we can have some fun and not pull any punches there to have some fun. You talk about Thursdays. And that to me is that is so neat to be able to say, hey, listen, we have the room. Let's get in here and let's get it done. And what is the atmosphere then like on a Thursday? You're talking about, sometimes some people come out because it's kind of one of those things. Yeah. Did you say it was free on Thursday, or is that just
yes, it is. Sorry, I was switching my laptop around. Sorry, y'all.
You're fine.
It was actually okay. Yeah, it's actually free on Friday. Sorry, Thursday night. It's free.
Okay, Susan's going to be really mad if you tell the people it's free on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, it's not free on Friday and Saturday. They had to pay this big announcer to come in for a week, so we can't go free on Friday and Saturday. Thursday is just the slack performance. The atmosphere for the first 20 minutes of every slack, when you start a rodeo with slack, the main goal too also of a slack before the rodeo is you're actually making sure that all your kinks are worked out before your production actually begins. And it's kind of like a dress rehearsal for the crew, but the contestants are competing already. And so the format of this rodeo, if you're unfamiliar with the way this goes, is you've got one long go-round that starts Thursday night and will not finish until Saturday after the last bull bucks. And so all these guys are competing for the top score of the entire weekend or the fastest time. And the atmosphere is kind of neat because, like I said, the first 10 minutes, you're just kind of making sure everything's working. Everything starts calming down, but the contestants are full throttle, 110% on every single ride, every single run. I can't remember. I think there's over 120 barrel racers that are coming in on Thursday night. Yeah. I think there's like 40 steer wrestlers. I hadn't even gone through the entire list of all that's coming through. It was just an amazing. It almost shut down the internet on Next Gen. My wife is telling me 73 tie-down ropers on Thursday night. Yeah. Wow. And I mean, that's rodeo. That is the way that it used to be. And like you and I were talking, the way things used to be, especially with rodeo, you would rodeo for 4 days straight. There were so many contestants. And to me now, that is, I'm proud of our sport for joining together on this. Now, I know a lot of them have places that they can't go, but what I want too for rodeo fans to understand is you never know what names are coming through your town right now. With the amount of money that's coming through, there's NFR qualifiers, there's world champions coming through Durant this weekend, and we just can't wait. Can't not wait.
That is so cool. Wes, I don't know how much time you have, but man, I want to take up a lot of it tonight, if that's okay. Jeff Shelburne, you may know Jeff. He's wanting to get in on the fun too. One of the bucking chutes has a nice shiny new sign. Buck Joey's bull from my chute. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me just let anybody know if you bought a ticket already to the Pro Rodeo for this week, and you think I'm going to be out there in any way, shape, or form, man, you need to give that ticket to somebody else, because it's. I will be there in the stands, and I will be cheering and enjoying it. Then let's ask a question about that here on BCP Live with Wes Huggins tonight, and just a enjoyable time. I'm glad you're along for the ride. Rodeo Week and episode number 75. Wes, when you talk about all those folks that are going to be there and the slack on Thursday, let's say that we go on Friday then,
Right.
or on Friday. Are we going to get to see all of the events? We get to see some of the competitors in at least every one of those events, or there's some of the we would have to go Thursday to watch on Friday?
No, you will. Your Friday and Saturday night is jam packed with not only the same high quality contestants, but it's at a faster pace, and also you get an additional rockin' music. You get the replay screen on every single contestant. You'll also get Robbie Hodges will be doing his walking and talking and having fun, and it's a whole different game. That is our, that is our premiere, Friday night, and then Saturday night. I mean, of course, Saturday Night Rowdies. If you're not at a rodeo on a Saturday night, what do people do? I don't understand what people do on Saturday nights, but there is something about a Saturday night rodeo. Whether you're in Oklahoma or Texas, it's great. And you're not going to see it. You're not going to see a better rodeo to me in about 100-mile radius, because this committee, we were talking, I talked to Eric as soon as I got here, and it's just, the excitement is already in the committee. I mean, we're already high-fiving each other when we see each other, and that's a good sign. It is a great sign. I know you probably did as a sports announcer, that you get there when everybody's in a good mood, everything flows. And Danny Reagan in the United Pro Rodeo Company, we were talking to him earlier today, and he was just, he just cannot believe the turnout that we're having, which is an amazing thing, even for a contractor. But he's bringing the best stock that's going down the road today, United Pro Rodeo. You'll see stock that's been to the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. And we've got them spread out over 3 days. There's not a bad time to come. That's the best part about it. There's not a bad time. When we go to other towns, people will say, "Wait, what's the best night to come?" "Oh, any night." But when you get off the mic, you're like, "Hey, y'all need to come Saturday." So this one, I'm telling you, Friday night is going to be great. Saturday night's going to be great. I don't know what to tell somebody when they say, "What's the best night?" They're all great.
All right, we do have a question then. And by the way, Lisa McAdoo says West is one of the best announcers in the business. So you have some fans already, West. Appreciate that. Thanks, Lisa, for stopping by tonight.
Thank you,
question also posed. I'm going to present this to you. I know the answer, but I'm going to give it to the person so he can say it right and invite us out. Then what time does it start on Friday?
If I'm not mistaken, that we start everything around 7:30 with the opening ceremonies, 8 o'clock. Officially with the first bucking horse, probably. But over here at 7:30 is when we kick off. We'll have some commercials and stuff playing on the replay screen. We'll have some sing-alongs probably going on before. But at 7:30 sharp, it's rock and roll time.
All right.
It's going to be great.
All right. That sounds good. I like the way that your background has changed over the course of the evening, too.
Isn't that cool? I've been watching that, too.
That is nice. Night has fallen on Bryan County, and Wes Huggins is in county here. So, hey, listen, if you were at home, The sun would still be out. I mean, you're out there in West Texas, it would still be a little bit brighter, but you're still in Central Time Zone, right?
We are. And too, in Midland, Odessa, I couldn't be outside. The wind would be blowing too much. And, it's just not the same out here. It's a beautiful night out here. You can hear birds chirping. I mean, you can tell I'm not in Midland right then. You can hear birds chirping in the background. So it's great.
But do the birds, they don't arrive in Midland? Or?
It's a lot different sound over there in Midland. I'll just say that.
Okay. All right. Paula in the house tonight too. And Diana, you know what? I honestly, Diana's asking how much are the tickets. Do you happen to know right off the bat?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that they're $8 in advance, $10 at the gate. I do believe.
I need to.
Don't quote me on it, but the Durant Riding Club and the Durant Pro Rodeo has a Facebook account that has our posters and our events right there, as long as with some commercials that have even more info there.
And by the way, Diana, I should know that because
I've
looked at the tickets and I've had them in my hands and all this. I apologize. I'll know by tomorrow night.
I bet you I can pull it up while we are talking.
Okay, well, I'll let you do that. And I'll tell you what, Wes, let's just take that opportunity while you're talking about it. I want to thank a few of my advertisers and my sponsors for all that is there. It's already coming up in the comment section too, Wes. Brandy says $8 in advance, $10 at the gate. You were right, sir.
Thank you, Brandy. Brandy's our savior. I'm telling you.
All right. Oh, hey, listen. I'm gonna keep this comment, Tony. Hang on just a second. I will get to your comment in just a second. Let me say thanks to some of the advertisers and sponsors here for the Bryan County Patriot. I do want to say thanks to Abundant Life Texoma, as well as Choctaw Nation, Durant Station, Greg Phillips Insurance. Greg has already stopped by tonight. If you're still on, Greg, you are the man. Indian Nation Wholesale, Jalapenos, People First, Texoma Financial Services, Steubenville Chevrolet, and Texoma Utility Equipment, among the many sponsors that we have here on the Bryan County Patriot. And we are extremely blessed to have all of our sponsors and our advertisers here. Couldn't do what we do without you, and you guys are incredibly cool. I appreciate you. Teresa says, where can you purchase before Friday?
Well, I can tell you that. You can go to the Copper Kettle right there in downtown Durant. Also, the Durant Chamber of Commerce has advanced tickets for $8. If you see a Queen contestant, you can go onto our Facebook page and find some of our Queen contestants. I believe some of them were selling tickets as well in advance. But if you don't get them in advance, you can get them at the gate, $10 when you get there. So, but we do want to thank our folks that are selling tickets. It means a lot to us to be part of that. So, cannot wait.
Well, since one of them showed up in the comments tonight, I'm going to go ahead and give her a plug. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Abby Kane for Durant Pro Rodeo Queen.
There you go.
There you go. So I appreciate you stopping by. Eric Steubenville as well. And we thank Eric Steubenville for being an advertiser sponsor on the Bryan County Patriot. But you know what?
Yes.
He's one of those sponsors for the rodeo, too.
He is. And he's such a great guy that we are actually getting a chance to go see him Saturday. It's going to be myself, the Bullfighters, Rodeo Clown, the Rodeo Queens, and also the Express Clydesdales are going to Steubenville Chevrolet. I believe that we're going over there about 10 a.m. to 1. We've got some autographs that we'll be signing, maybe some, you never know, some Durant Pro Rodeo swag, but and also a chance to meet the Clydesdales up close and personal. I think that's kind of neat.
Will they sign autographs?
They do. It's a different way than what I do, but yeah, I don't want to be close to them when I do it. So.
I'm just checking.
You
know what? If that's what you're talking about, I don't know that I want to be that close myself.
Yeah.
Tony, all right. I'm going to head and put this up here. Tickets via Queen contestants. Since you were on the broadcast tonight, Facebook, Kells Angels Rodeo Team. So there you go. Ronnie Walters in the house tonight as well. Man, I appreciate seeing your name come up there. We're here with West Huggins. And West, okay, I appreciate your time. I love hearing about all these things. And I grew up in Ardmore. There are lots of things at Hardy Murphy Coliseum over there that I see growing up. I'm sure you've probably been by there at least once in your time. But, man, it's nice to see. This is a different feel over here. Of course, it's an outdoor event. That in and of itself makes it a little bit of a different feel. Where are some of the other places that you will be headed after this? I mean, you're on tour with these guys
Right.
as well.
Well, as soon as we leave here Sunday, Carrie and I and the boys will drive home. We'll kind of change up, get a few little things, and then we head to Bowie, Texas. The Jim Bowie days. We'll head there and probably be there from Wednesday to Sunday morning. From Sunday morning, we head straight to Stamford, Texas, to the Texas Cowboy Reunion, and that is a week-long rodeo. From Sunday to Sunday, we're busy, and that's another one of our highlights. And actually, Durant and Stamford have both of those rodeos were voted the top 3 large rodeos of the year last year.
Wow.
And so Durant went to Stamford last year, and Stamford folks are going to try to make it to Durant. It's kind of neat to watch 2 total different rodeos come together, and so we're glad to see those 2. Then we stop in a small town of Seymour, and after that, I kind of got to look to Carrie to figure out where we go after that, because I'm kind of a month at a time right now. So I'm just glad that we're out of the house. So we're pretty happy right now to just do that. But
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Totally get that. Hey, listen, West, one of the things too, and by the way, we're visiting with West Huggins tonight. I know some different people have come on and left the broadcast, and that's part of, I'm used to that here on Facebook Live. Of course, we're broadcasting on YouTube Live as well, and I haven't said anything to get kicked off a YouTube broadcast just yet that I know of. Give it a moment or two. But anyway, but still, people in and out on the broadcast. Wes, thanks for joining tonight. One of the things that caught my attention, of course, I know we visited before and talked a lot about what you do, but I searched your name a little earlier today, and it came up and couldn't pull up the whole quote, but I just thought it was so cool because one of your quotes on Facebook is what came up on the first 3 or 4 lines, and you were talking about the fact that fear is not something that comes from God. And I appreciate that, because we close out our show here every night by talking about the fact that we need to be wise. We need to use discretion and do not walk in fear. I think those are wise words anyway around, but for someone who associates with all the folks that you associate with, fear can't be a part of anything that goes on in a rodeo.
No, and it's a different type of fear. And I say that when you talk to a bullfighter, or you talk to a bull rider, or a bronc rider, it's, when you ask them, are you scared before you get on? Are you scared before you get out in front of that bull? Well, you have to have somewhat of a certain amount of fear to be safe, but it's a different type of fear. These guys will put their life on the line, and that's just the way that they know how to live. And it's not any type of fear on that part. But you put a rattlesnake in front of them, they're going to scream like a little girl sometimes. And so I think that it's a whole different type of fear on every contestant. And, I agree with you. It's fear is just different in everybody's world. I really do think. And it's amazing that you don't really know what people are scared of. And that's fascinating to me. It like you probably run into this. I'm fascinated by some people that get so scared when you put a microphone in their face. I mean, to me, I don't understand that for some people. But at the same time, I don't announce where people can see me. I mean, like right here, I'm very nervous about people seeing me. If you go to a rodeo, I don't like being seen. I like just being a voice. And so it's a weird.
I'm glad we can see you. I think you're doing a great job, Wes. I have to tell you, I think you're doing fantastic. I love the scenery. I love that you're there at KOA. I love that your family is a part of it tonight. And again, a shout out to your family for not only being with you this week, but for being along for the broadcast tonight. Lisa said, did we say who the funny man was and bullfighters are this year? She got here just a bit late. Talk about that.
I can tell you that. Coming to us bullfight wise, we've got Cody Patton, who is a multi-UPRA bullfighter of the year. He's been to the Cinch United Finals Rodeo. Also, Richard Wayne Ratley is his partner this year. Ratley has been to the Ram Prairie Circuit Finals in the PRCA. He's been all over with the PBR and PRCA. And in the barrel is the former. He is a 2010 Wrangler National Finals barrelman. This is Rockin' Robbie Hodges. And Robbie has been voted the top barrelman. I'm thinking like the last 10 years, he's been in the top 5 of the world of professional rodeo. And Robbie, it's a weird deal because when Robbie and I get together, it's just a bunch of giggling and laughing throughout the rodeo. And of course, I have to be serious. That's the hardest part is I've got to be serious. But Robbie is he's just a good friend. And so what's neat about this rodeo is Danny Reagan actually handpicked a lot of his crew to get here, and it's the A team. I mean, A team. Weaver is going to be one of our pickup men that is also does the Wild West shows and things like that. Just an all-around great cowboy that's coming as well. And so Todd Greenway, like we said, is bringing the replay screen. You can't go wrong with that guy. We've got Walker Huggins on the music, and we've got all kinds of big things going on. So this is I don't know how we're going to fit all these egos in one arena, but we're going to figure out how to get it all done, but we'll get it. No, it's a big family reunion for all of us. Robbie, the clown that's coming in has only called me, I think, 12 times today. So my work wife and my real wife in the same deal is working out really well today. So
I understand. Hey, listen, that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Well, all right, West. Well, the sun has literally set on you tonight. So I appreciate you taking time from your evening to be along with me on Rodeo Week. And we're going to be talking with some other folks that are aligned with this rodeo. And not only that, rodeo in general, I think you're going to enjoy to get to hear from some of the folks this week. Also, we will be taking one night for sure out of the BCP Live to go and be at the rodeo. So all of us are going to be there. So we're going to shut down the broadcast that night. And, I might could do a little Facebook Live from there, but I don't.
You should.
I think, well, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out.
I know this guy that kind of runs the announcer stand at the rodeo. So if you want, I can put in a good word for you. So
would you do that? I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that too. I just you talk about the microphone thing, and I understand that Mrs. Patriot can sing, and when she's singing with a microphone, she can sing to thousands. When she's talking with the microphone, good luck getting 2 words out. But for me, I mean, you put the microphone here in front of me, my eyes light up. That's when everything all comes together, as far as I'm concerned. But we all have our different things. You're right. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that, if you come on Friday night, I don't know if everybody has been watching, but Durant Pro Rodeo is actually going to be red on Friday night. And we are asking everyone to wear red. And it's for drunk driving awareness. And we're just going to do our part at the rodeo to just bring awareness to drunk driving. And that's all you got to do is just wear red. The whole crew has got the memo, and so we're all getting ready to get our red on. But when I saw your screen and it said Rodeo Week in red, I just thought about that. And
I mean,
who knew that you're on the ball?
I try to listen to God occasionally. I really try a little more than occasionally. No, I actually tried this graphic out with my blue one and the red one. I thought the red one looked a little bit better tonight. I was listening. There you go. Spiritually, I'm tuned in, Wes. That's the big deal. Well, we'll keep that going, and we'll promote that all week too. I didn't know. So Friday night is wear red, and we'll push that all week long. Well, before you leave, and I'll let you go and get back with the family. And Lisa said rodeo is so patriotic. Glad they're starting back up. We need that. That is, I agree. Wave to Anita. Thank you for joining tonight. Appreciate you being on. And Dottie's enjoying it. Glad she's been through. And by the way, from Kathy Fuss, she says that Mrs. Patriot sings beautifully. I'm going to go ahead and put the comment up there. And she does. I know you probably never heard her sing, but it is. She's fantastic. So anyway, West Huggins, we're going to see you on Friday and Saturday, and we appreciate that. I know. And by the way, be watching and listening for him because he'll be on our radio stations here in Bryan County, be on the TV stations as well. But you saw him here first.
That's right.
So you saw it all, got it all started on BCP Live.
And don't forget, y'all can come out, shake my hand at Steubenville Chevrolet this Saturday.
There you go.
Come out. We've got autographs and all kinds of stuff. So it'll be great to come visit.
All right. All right. We'll do that. West, I'll let you go. God bless you, man. We'll see you later.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you over there.
And that, again, is West Huggins, and he is an 8-time UPRA Rodeo Announcer of the Year. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. Anyway, really cool guy, too. It's great. It's rodeo week. Let me throw, I think I have another graphic I can at least put up. There we go. Okay, so we got rid of the graphic on the lower part. There it is. So, rodeo week right here on BCP Live. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Eric Steubenville Chevrolet, one of the sponsors for the rodeo, also for the Bryan County Patriot as well. So it's really good to have you guys on board tonight. Look, thanks for watching. We will be visiting with some more folks tomorrow. Tomorrow is the rodeo coach from Southeastern, Coach Broderick, will be on with us as we continue rodeo week here on BCP Live. Couple things really quickly. And look, I always say don't be afraid. And I'm going to throw this one up, because I just like saying throw up. I'm going to throw this graphic up on the screen really quickly, and so you can see this. So is it there? There it is. All right. If you can see this, now we did not put a post up today for beer bug numbers, but if you can see this one, then check this out. And I want to show you something. You can see where the graphic is over here. Okay. I know that a lot is being said about numbers increasing. And some numbers are increasing, but I'd say over and again, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Let's not walk in fear. So if you can see this graphic, you see this up here, okay? These are the number of cases. Notice that in the last week or two, the number of cases, positive confirmed cases, has gone up. I would just encourage us to think that a part of the reason for that is the number of people tested has gone up, okay? You'll notice this number also. Those recovered has gone up. Not quite same steep, but you have to give it a little bit because it's kind of parallel. These two lines run parallel. So you'll notice this number's gone up and this number's gone up. Watch the numbers that have not gone up, okay? It's still a flat line. These are the people who have been hospitalized. This number right here has not been increasing at as dramatic a level as this one. Watch this number right here. These are the numbers of people whose deaths have been attributed to the thing which shall not be named tonight. Okay? Notice it has not gone up on a major level like this has, which, if you look at it, stands to reason. The reason this number's gone up is because more people are being tested, not so much as the fact that more people are being infected. But that's merely speculation. But these are the numbers we might be concerned about. And if you even look right here, no new deaths in 3 days. Actually, 4 days. Now, 3 days. No new deaths in 3 days. Just something to think about. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. So that's a positive. That is a positive. Also, one other thing I wanted to point out to you really quickly, the cancel culture, which we're not going to talk about too much tonight. I really don't want to go into all of that, but cancel culture is out in full swing in the state of Oklahoma today. And I just want to give a little bit of advice along these lines. You're never, ever going to be able to satisfy some of these people. I'm talking to you right now. You are never going to be able to satisfy all of these people. Some of these people, it doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter how many times you say you're sorry. Doesn't matter, what you've said, what clothing you wear, what you post on social media. It doesn't matter. There are people who are ready to cancel and to get rid of you and to eliminate you from the public scene. Not necessarily take your life, but to say, hey, listen, you stay away. We're not going to listen to you. We're not going to do anything. We're canceling you. And I just want to give the advice that, one, those folks they're never, ever going to be satisfied. You'll never do enough. And number two, when you join in with that particular group of people, The time may come, and will likely come, when they will turn on you too. And you won't be able to say, I'm sorry, quickly enough. And you won't be able to take down that post from social media quickly enough. And you won't be able to take down that picture from the internet quickly enough. So I would encourage you not to join in a crowd that is so quick to cancel other people, because someday that crowd will turn. Anyway, that's enough about that. It's been fun. It has been a fun night, and Rodeo Week continues tomorrow night. So you need to stop by. We'll be on live at 9 o'clock once again. Thanks to all of our sponsors again. We mentioned Steubenville Chevrolet. Thank you, Eric, for that. Abundant Life Texoma, Choctaw Nation, Durant Station, Greg Phillips Insurance, Indian Nation Wholesale, Jalapenos, Texoma Financial Services, People First, and Texoma Utility Equipment. Thank you to all of you all tonight. And for those of you who've been watching, thanks to you too. Could not do this without you. I know the microphone is my friend, and I really enjoy talking on that mic. But I sure do appreciate knowing that you're out there too. And hopefully you had a chance to be blessed tonight. All right, Teresa, God bless you, and blessing to you and your family as well. Be wise. Be wise. And wisdom comes from God, by the way. People say, well, with age comes wisdom. No, with age comes age. Okay? You don't get wise just because you're old. Wisdom comes from God. But be wise. Use discretion. And do not walk in fear. Don't do it. I dare you. I dare you to not walk in fear. I double dog dare you to not walk in fear. And have a good night. We'll see you again tomorrow night. Same time, same place, 9 o'clock right here. Facebook Live and YouTube Live as well. God bless you guys. Have a great evening.